This last bit to Pulpit Rock is steep. Whew. Good morning, it's day 124. We're taking off. We're here at the train station area. The trail actually comes out at the right over there. But we are standing right in front of huge chunks of redding anthracite. Look at this thing. Doesn't it look fake? It's so shiny. Why is it so shiny? It's I didn't expect it to be so shiny, but that's normal. Oh, there's little chips. Whoa. It's pretty wild. But yeah, that's the way it comes, I guess. I'm actually enjoying touching it. But yeah, huge chunks here, but that one's the shiniest one. The AT crosses this bridge here. It's a tiny little one-lane bridge for cars. It has a walkway for people. But it goes right over this river here, and this walkway has a lot of spider webs. But it's super nice, really old town. We're gonna walk right through the middle of Fort Clinton, really. I think, yeah, and then we turn off, but it's a nice old town. I thought we were just giant bug on the camera. I thought we would just be walking through the middle of town, but it seems like we're just walking along the river for a while, and then we'll head back, I think, and then go through some more town. But it's nice that they split it up like this, so it's not all town. It's always, I hear it splashing. It's always nice walking by a water source like this. Big body of water. Booray told us after we go onto this bridge, we could look, and somebody wrote all these verses. I don't even know how they wrote them up there, but it just tons of them. I don't know how they squat there and write. Must have taken forever to write each part. I mean, without a ladder, I don't know how you could possibly do it. And it just goes on. I guess it's mostly like Bible type stuff and other random things, but geez. I was just getting 1 liter of water, and it's gonna be a hot one. So thank you, Big Potato. I think you're the one that supplied this. I just drank a Gatorade. I'm gonna put it back, and then that should get us going. That's enough of the easy stuff. Now we're back here, and looks like we're gonna go up. I'm gonna guess it's one of those instances where I think we're starting our climb, but after a while, we're not starting our climb at all. So we'll see. But there's the AT sign. There's a little chipmunk that was running behind a tree here. Let's see if we catch him. Yeah, he's gone. He's just a chipmunk, though. Do not litter. From that juncture, this was the climb, all right. We've been going up and still going up. Fortunately, we're in the shade, but it's warm. I feel my face getting warmer and warmer. Whew. Fortunately, there's only 2 big climbs today, and then that's it. Pretty easy day overall, except for the heat. I don't know if we're done with the climb or not, but up here there's a nice breeze finally, and I was glistening like crazy. Kind of see it. Sometimes the sweat drips off your arms and you think it's a bug crawling down your arm, but it's sweat just dripping down. But we're going down again, but I have a feeling we're only halfway done. We're gonna go down and go back up. We'll see. Oh yeah, we gotta look for copperheads. There's supposed to be a whole bunch coming up. Look at all the crevices and stuff. I thought it'd be easy to spot them in the rocks because the rocks are a different color than the copperheads. But check out these rocks, like a reddish color, just like the copperheads. Kind of a bummer. Might be slightly harder to spot them if it's all red like that. This sort of ridge walking is pretty ideal. Look how dense it is here. See behind me? Just lots of shade. Tons of shade. It's really nice. And there is a breeze up here, so you get a bonus. So you get the best of both. But most of the trail has just been rocky. It's tough to keep an eye out for things to the sides when you have to look down all the time. So you can calculate out your footing just so you don't hurt yourself or you don't slide. Big thing after you get halfway, at least for me, is trying to be more careful, because By the time you're this far, I mean, you're gonna make it. I guess some people emotionally quit, but for me, injury is the only thing that'll take me out, and I have to avoid injury. That's the most important thing at this point, is avoiding injury to make it all the way, right? Another instance of those, I'm talking to the camera and I'm not sure if I'm on the trail, but I think I am. Just some blowdowns in the way, confusing things. I'm not quite sure what this is. She watched her weight. Odd sign. I didn't mention Booray, whom we met a couple days ago, or I met twice, and Carmen. But Booray came up and gave us a ride back to the trailhead today. And before we met him, he texted Carmen had a good idea that he can slack pack us to the shelter we're going at tonight, because the shelter is right on the road. And if you notice, my pack is still pretty full. I don't want to slack pack. I want to take my pack with me everywhere I go, and all my gear, again, except my food bags. I left my food bags with him because I sent myself a resupply with my shoes, but there was a ton of food in there again. So I have like 4 or 5 days of food, and I'm only going 2 nights, 3 days. So I left a bunch of food with Booray, and then Lazarus left a bunch of food because he was gonna go 5 nights. I think he was gonna go further than me, and then he left some gear as well. So he's slack packing, and I'm just kind of left my food. But he's gonna meet us there. So thank you again, Booray. Thank you, Carmen, for the idea, because when they offered it, I thought, wow, normally I would say no, because it's too much work for them. I'm already giving us a ride to the trailhead, but it's supposed to be 96 today and we're doing 15 miles. That's okay. I'll take the aid, so I don't have to carry all that food. That will help a lot. So thank you again, Booray and Carmen. And it's definitely a lot easier without 5 days of food. Here we are at Pocahontas Spring, and it's just coming out of the rocks right there. And the last far out report said barely flowing, and it's not flowing like a creek or something, but I mean, it's flowing well enough. I'll have to fill out a report about it, but it's not bad. There's a deep pool right here that you could dip your bottle in there. Oh, it's so cold. I think I'm gonna wipe my arms down with this in a second. It's so nice and cold. I only need about a half. I'll get a little bit more. Yeah, I get full. That way I could drink a whole bunch. No excuses. Just a few feet from that is this area, and this is flowing really well. Maybe this one's Pocahontas Spring. I think they're both basically Pocahontas Spring. But this one's flowing really well. Today, as we're walking, every time you see sun, it looks like dust flying everywhere, and my nose is running and my left eye is getting watery. Right eye is fine, left eye is getting watery. I can tell that's when it's allergies, because just one eye starts acting up. And I've been sneezing, and I've been having to blow my nose over and over. I can already feel my nose is stuffing up. So I think I'm gonna take a Claritin today. I've been really doing well. I knew it was gonna come, but I think today's the day. I think the allergies are kicking in. I'm gonna have to take a Claritin every morning. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be, I thought I was gonna sneeze. I'm just gonna be sniffling all day. It's horrible. Yeah, oh well, that's what it is, you know. In the desert, I've never had the problem, so that's why I kind of like the deserts. I learned that my first trip to Kuwait. Allergies never acted up. This must be a different type of Mount Laurel. The flowers are just white. I don't see like pink or red, and there's a whole bunch of them around here, but they're all like that, just kind of white. No red or pink. but also still not wide open yet. Come on, guys. So I'm standing here talking to these plants, asking them why they don't have any pink or red on them, but right behind me, I turned around, look at that. I guess the mountain laurels is Pennsylvania's state flower. Beautiful, aren't they? They're opened up. All the pink was in the inside. Beautiful. So I've been taking pictures of these and some video. I mean, not all of them are open, but there's a whole bunch of them open here. There's some up higher. There's some really nice ones up there. It's pretty. I tell you, when you're on a big climb, it's nice to see some flowers because you get to stop and just kind of take a break, cool down a little. Although when you stop, when it's hot, you don't cool down as much because you just start sweating. Unless there's a breeze, you just sweat. But yeah, those are really nice though. Glad I saw those. This last bit to Pulpit Rock is steep. All right, Pulpit Rock. I guess I have to get up for. Guess I have to beep stuff out. Oh, there's graffiti up here. Wow, this is the nicest view we've had in quite a while. He's knocking down a cairn. I have a bunch of these Nature Valley bars. I got the cashew. They have a higher melting threshold than Snickers, but today it's a gooey mess. Oftentimes when it gets like this, it gets all over my face too, but I'll lick the wrapper clean. It's too good to let that sweetness go to garbage. Look at this awesome section of trail. This is what they should do with all the rocks. Push them off to the side like that. Beautiful. I wonder how long this will go. It's fantastic. And plus, you know you're on the trail this way. There's nothing flat. Oh, here we go. The hard part is finding flat surfaces, nothing too tilted. At least it's not wet. Oh boy. That was the rough part, but there's a little bit more to go. Ow, ow, ow. That was bad. I've been getting whiffs of something sweet, kind of really nice smelling, kind of sweet, not overwhelming, but I don't know what it is. I don't see any flowers. Could be some plants. I thought it was a day hiker, except there's a day hiker in front. It could be Then there's some people out in front of me. Maybe. Look what I got. A person was just hiking south. He was just doing trail magic. He didn't know me. He just was handing out Mountain Dews. He had a 12-pack of Mountain Dews, and he sat at the Pinnacle, I guess, which is coming up here. And he was handing them out. And he decided to start walking south so he could encounter more hikers. But this is the second to last one, so thank goodness, just in time. But thank you. I didn't get your name, but thank you very much. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a while, actually. Oh, I got a burp.
Oh my god. Yeah. How'd you do that? Skateboarding?
Yeah, longboarding down a hill.
I figured. How did I know that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's everybody's first.
That is everybody. Skating, I'm like, yep. Skating, or they think it's like a...
We've reached the turnoff to the Pinnacle, 50 meters. El Pinnacle. It's 50 meters ahead, and this pile of rocks. Holy cow, I heard it was big. Supposedly, people don't know what it is, but our friend Booray told us a friend of his had put a sign there and said, put a rock here to support the trail maintainers. And then people would put rocks, and then eventually it got so high he had to move the sign higher. And then people would keep piling rocks, and he had to keep moving the sign higher until a point he just stopped moving the sign up anymore. And now it's just a gigantic pile of rocks. So big. So big. Some of these rocks are gigantic. I don't know how you get that up there. You need a couple of people. They're just so big. I don't know how they... Man, it just keeps going. Poor tree has to live around it. It's doing all right though. Man, that's a lot of rocks. Wow. Just saw my third black snake. It was weird. It went halfway across the trail before I saw it, and I didn't know they did it, but it slithered backwards, just like moonwalking or something. I don't know, but it slithered backwards, coiled up a little, and then just slowly went back across the trail because I backed up once I realized what it was. And then it just went across the trail, and it moved pretty quickly, so I didn't get too many photos, or I couldn't get any good video. I thought it was a huge black snake. It's just a shadow of a branch. Okay, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a little baby one though. I haven't seen one that small. I guess that's the smallest one I've seen, so that's still pretty cool. Considering there's a bunch of people in front of me, it's nice that it came out, you know. I guess I'll put more distance between Lazarus and myself. Maybe more things will pop out. Like a bear. I'm here at Eckville shelter. We did 15.3 miles today. Not a lot, but you know, it's after 0. But I'll show you the shelter here. We're gonna tent out across the street. But this is actually property of National Park Service, I think. There's a little fact up there, but here's a shelter. We actually have garbage, we have running water, and actually a flushing toilet. So that's pretty good, actually. Just a few cots. Oh, they even have blankets on them. There's some kind of cushion. Nailed in. But we won't stay here. I like staying in my tent. But here's a fact of this. Yeah, the National Park Service owns it, but it's maintained by the Blue Mountain Eagle Climbing Blub. Caretaker is Mick, and he volunteers in the parks program. So it's Mick takes care of everything here. But interesting, huh? There's the caretaker's house and picnic table here. It's actually nice. It's slight breeze every now and then, and we have garbage on the other side. Way over there, it's actually like a real bathroom with showers and a flushing toilet. Pretty nice. Here we are at the tenting area. It's actually a really nice field. There are 2 tent pads. The grass is really long on them, and that one's going to be in the sun soon. So I might set up over there, but it's really level, so I think there's no problem. It just, the sun's going down and that sun part is moving forward. So I'm just going to wait till I set up my tent, just so I don't want it sitting out there in the sun, because A, bad for the tent material, B, it's going to be baking hot inside. So I'll just wait. Well, good evening. Look, I took a shower at the Eckville shelter here. They have solar shower, just 2 buckets, just raised up high in a dark tank. And I was hoping the water wasn't gonna be warm because I wanted a cold shower to just reduce my body temperature. But it was like body temperature, so it was actually comfortable. And at the most, I just wanted to rinse all the sweat and salt off my body so I wouldn't be sticky everywhere. But I went in and there was a big thing of shampoo / body wash, so I just washed my hair and rinsed out my body, and I feel so much better. I mean, just not sticking to myself every time I touch myself. I don't touch myself that often, but no, it's just not sticking to myself is a huge bonus. So if you're coming to the Eckville shelter, the shower is there. They may or may not have shampoo when you get here. Bring a headlamp if it's not bright, because there's no light and the only light comes in through the windows, so people could look in through the windows. But yeah, the shower is quite nice though. The water doesn't flow, of course. It's a gravity shower. It's not going to be like a hotel shower, but that's my platinum blazing again, because I just showered last night and I showered tonight, and I'll be showering not tomorrow but the day after that. So it's a cushy through hike right now. Anyway, I'm just gonna go to sleep early. I would really like to wake up at 3 o'clock and try to get a Milky Way picture, because it's a new moon yesterday, so it should be good today. There's no good composition for where I am, but at least where I am, it's just a big open field with trees surrounding it, so at least I can still see the sky, so I can get something. But I can't like get my tent as well as the sky, and my lens isn't optimized for super wide landscapes and Milky Way shots, but I'll do the best I can. Hopefully I do get up. When you wake up at 3 o'clock, the temptation to not get up and do stuff is so strong that I might just sleep right through it, so who knows. But anyway, it was a super hot day, and got to see some more cool flowers. But tomorrow it's gonna be a lot cooler, and we're gonna do about 17.5 to, there's another shelter, and I'm just gonna camp out outside of it because it's an old shelter, and I'm still paranoid about mice. Although I don't have a quilt anymore, they could chew up this Walmart blanket all they want. I don't care, because I should get a quilt in Palmerton, which is just a couple of days away. So looking forward to that. And I'm gonna lose 1.5 pounds when I get that quilt and other stuff. Oh wait, there's a bunch going on. I'll tell you about it later. All right, thanks for watching everyone, and you all take care, and you all have a good night.